Good evening, everybody. Welcome to eModels, emodels.co.uk. Sorry, I'm just sending some rather important texts out. Yeah, done. Yeah, that's it.
Chris is pretending to type. That means the entire stream's going to fall over in a minute.
Yeah, I've just pressed all the buttons. I don't know what.
Yeah.
I don't know what buttons are buttons, but no.
Right, good evening. It's Monday night again. It's rather hot up here in the workshop tonight, so yeah, I might drink lots of water, lots of gin. But anyway, welcome to eModels, emodels.co.uk, the live stream for you. It's your live stream. As you see, Colin is still missing, but Foxx, we've dragged him back from his sick bed, and yeah, he's going to talky words and things like that and practice all. Yeah, he's going to wear the new dentures in. He's got to give a few miles in for the teeth work and things like that.
I've got to get my false leg to sit right in the gun there.
Yeah. So if Colin is watching anywhere out there, we're wishing well, and we hope to see him back soon.
Take care, buddy.
Yeah, but don't rush back on our account. But, yeah, the public might want you, but don't rush back.
Yeah, because the worst consequence is if you rush back, you get in trouble with the missus.
Yes, and us, because we'll tell you off for coming back. Yeah. You could ask the nurses to set you up a link in the hospital. From your hospital bed, you could sort of stream from there, I'm sure. Yeah, we won't mind if you're still broadcasting as you pull the curtains round and do things. Yeah, maybe we won't.
Well, that'll depend on which side of the curtain the camera is, really. Hopefully it's the outside.
But... Yeah.
And if you're self-administering, that's probably not even a good idea anyway.
Yeah.
That's not something we want on the telly.
But we miss you, yes. We do miss you, Colin.
Yeah, big hugs.
But tonight, the death of the week will be killed by Chris, because I killed it last week, so Chris could have a go at making death of the week dead again.
Yeah, should I do it now?
Yeah, not yet. We'll have to go over to Foxx for the terms. For the terms and conditions.
Hello.
Over to Foxx. Spins chair.
Over to me on the traffic desk. Here in the chopper, the traffic's quite bad. Not in the chopper because there's no traffic in the joke died. Anyway, hello, yes, welcome everybody. It's the eModels Monday live show. It's your show. It's all about hanging out with you in the chat. So if you're watching this, come and join the live chat. If you can't see where the live chat is, you're not on the YouTube page.
Yeah.
So click YouTube.
We're sure there are people out there watching that don't come into chat. Come into chat.
My Mama Foxx doesn't come in chat, but she watches on her Xbox, so she can't do chat. But...
Well, she doesn't have to do the chat. She can just shout upstairs.
Yeah, there is that. I'm the chat by proxy. But yes, do join in the chat if you can. If you're watching somewhere, and if you're like embedded on Twitter or the eModels website or the eModels Facebook page, click on the YouTube icon that's down in the bottom right hand corner, down there somewhere. I think that's the right hand corner. Am I the wrong way around? I don't know. I don't know which way around.
Which corner are you pointing for?
This one.
You just
down
go.
There.
Yeah, you don't point to any particular corner. You just go like that.
The thing that's down there. I feel like I'm weaving a rug or something. Yeah, click on the YouTube icon. That'll take to the YouTube page where you can join in the live chat. If you're watching on a mobile device, it might be underneath the video stream, so scroll down. Or make sure you're watching on the website or the desktop version of the website and not the actual YouTube app, because otherwise you might not get the chat. But do join in. We are here to entertain you. Almost started singing that. We're here to entertain you. Yeah, no, steady Ted. Copyright. And we've all got the chat in front of us, so we're hoping that you'll give us stuff to talk about. If you want to get our attention, because we're all old and we've all got tiny little iPads in front of us with tiny text, and we're hard to see. It's hard to see that stuff. So if you want to get our attention, put your comment in big fat capital letters or
bold.
Wow, there was like a Atlantic communication delay on that one.
Sorry, I was just adjusting my slippers.
Mary had a little lamb.
Yeah, we get to that age when you've got to adjust your slippers.
Yeah, reaction time takes a while.
Don't adjust yourself on camera, no. Bad idea.
Steady in areas. Yes, so put your comments in big fat capital letters, the whole thing, so we have a chance to see it. If you want to, you can do the super chat, which is the dollar symbol at the bottom of the chat window. But that's completely optional. But either way, it just means we have a chance to see it, because we're all old and we're all a long way from our chat to see it. So do join in the live chat. We are, of course, tonight pulling a prize for the giveaway from last week, the 1/72nd scale Albatross biplane. I think it was biplane.
You say we are. We hopefully are if we're doing it right.
Yeah, if we've done it right.
Yeah, I've got the button for the giveaway.
So we're not giving anything away this week.
So, yeah, if we don't get it right this week, we might give it away next week.
Yeah. Well, so those. Wow, hang on. Let me start that again. Teeth. So don't say teeth. So do stick around for that. If you haven't put a comment on last week's video yet, I've got no idea what we asked you to type. So just go and put a comment on last week's video. You've got till we do the prize, and you don't know when we're going to draw the prize, so don't leave halfway through because you might win and then you might not find out. And we're giving a mug away again tonight.
Have you got the button? Have you got the button, or do I have to do?
I've got a button. Hang on, I'll push a button. We're giving away a
eModels mug, eModels mug, eModels mug, eModels mug.
Oh, it finished ages ago. It's all right.
Mug.
When I sent James the blurb to put on Facebook today, I actually wrote out an eModels mug, an eModels mug, an eModels mug, an eModels mug.
But yeah, we should get mugs now with the lyrics on them.
Yeah. Well, we've got some of the lyrics.
Yeah, they've got most of the lyrics.
A third of the words.
You could get loads of them and line them up on your shelf. So eModels mug.
Yeah, so like I say, if you're in, come and join in chat, put your comments in capital letters so we have a chance to see them, or do the super chat. And that's the terms and conditions.
That's
Bye.
us. Thank you very much for the terms and conditions there. Yep.
Your house is at risk if you do not keep up your payments. Your mileage may vary.
And your call may be charged, but you may not be entered and things like that.
You may not be. I don't want to be entered. Thank you so much.
Right, as Colin's not with us, it's time to go over to Chris for Death of the Week.
A death of the week, a death of the week, a death of the week.
Yeah, it's got to be a more minor key for that, really.
No, I think it should be more somber, shouldn't it? Death of the week, death of the week.
No, it's got to go down.
Death of the week.
No, I'll just do it.
Death of the week.
Now I've been flashed. I've even got titles for this.
You're not wearing a hat, so you can't take your hat off.
I'm not wearing a hat, but I do have titles. So look.
Oh.
You lot can't see it.
I've got no idea.
The paying customers can see it. It does say Death of the Week.
Yeah, that was a bit.
Does it say Death of the Week?
Yeah, I can't. I couldn't say the.
I can hear Mama Fox laughing downstairs, so it must be good.
We have Death of the Week. Now I haven't done Colin's. I haven't done Colin's whole prep and stuff. I've just got them sitting on my phone. I've got a list of loads of them, so I'm not going to do all of them because obviously that would just be crazy talk. I will start the first one on my list. Not that it's easy to read out or anything, just because it's the first one. Is in 1460 on this day. King James II of Scotland died.
I forgot to take that off.
Yeah. Now I could have picked easy ones last week.
No, that was just the first one. I'll scroll down.
I have to say that.
I'll scroll down and randomly pick another one. In 1830, that's another easy one actually. Charles Frederick Horn, English musician and composer, died at 68. I think he was 68. It wasn't like he died at number 68. No. I think that's how old he was. There you go. I'll go the one above that. In 1825, we have Ambrogio Monoja, Italian classical composer.
I like that.
It's obviously a bad day for music this day.
You're supposed to say it in an Italian accent.
Hey, yeah, it's me, Mario.
We've got another composer in 1886, Per August Olander, composer, died at 62.
You're getting better. We've not quite got to the Russian or German yet.
I'm trying to find one that's not good. I've got Sir Roger Casement, but that's no good, is it? That's Albert P. Han. No, that's no good either. William Bruce. No, they're all easy names. I don't know how Colin finds it. I think he makes them up.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. We have in 1938, Alexander Malkishkin. He's a writer. Died.
Oh.
And in 1944, Felka Platek.
There's a moth in here.
The wife of painter Felix Nausbaum died in Auschwitz. So a very sad death of the week, that one.
Very sad death.
So there we have Death of the Week, that's done. Now I have also, because we can't have a Festus Factoid, because I'm not Festa. I can't do Festus Factoid. So I'm going to do Chris's Chronology.
Chris's who? What? Chronology?
Chronology. Because again, it's on this day.
I thought you said criminology.
It's events in history.
That's a very posh. That's the posh word for eModels, that.
Yeah, it's posh. It's technical and stuff. And even better than that, the first one I've got is another Chris. Because on this day,
I can see there being a link developing here.
it's a theme, and
Now,
it's
if
all,
this turns out to be too good, you may be having to do it every week.
Yes.
I'm pushing to become Mama Fox's favourite. You see.
Although I do have to say I misheard you and thought you said Chris's criminology, and I think that's going to be much more interesting.
No, chronology, as in time and stuff and things. Because in 1492, Christopher Columbus set sail on his first voyage with his 3 ships, the Santa Maria, the Pinta and the Nina, from Palos de la Frontera, Spain. He was going to the Indies, but we all know how that works out. So,
He didn't have that.
And another one I've got is, on this day, in 1108, Louis VI, the Fat One, King of France, was crowned. I was intrigued by that. I'm a little bit wondering about how you get the nickname of the Fat One.
Yeah, because that means there's another one. It's like, how many kings have they got?
Well, is it the fat one or the skinny one or the tall one? Or what if you get another one that's even fatter later? Is he just the fatter one?
King Friedrich III, brackets, the weird uncle, brackets.
So there we go. I'll get titles for everything else that's going on throughout the weeks to come as well. So I'll get rid of that now. I'll even click off myself because I'm finished.
Please
so
don't
that's
click
it.
off
I'll leave it
yourself.
to you two to the rest of the night. So thank you all. Bye. See you.
All right. Yeah. Well, I think all we need to do now is do the giveaway and call it a night. Then.
Yay! Thanks for coming. Watch you all. See you all again next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
That's good. Right. Yes. What else we going to do?
Well, I do want to find out how Mama Fox liked it, so I'm waiting for the feedback. So.
Well, there was I could hear laughter.
No, she's just watching the bill.
Yeah, she probably is. She's probably watching like Embleydale or something. Or
Yeah.
Down Abbey.
Heartbeat.
Oh God, no, she watches Heartbeat.
Yeah.
I swear he made like 748,000 episodes of that because I've never seen the same episode twice. But I beg your pardon. Apparently, you've crept up. Oh, you've gone up a few points. She said he's crept up, and I'm like, I don't know what that means.
Oh, yeah.
Gone up a few points. That doesn't. Where's me ranking? Am I? I know Fox is at the bottom, so I'm obviously above Fox. But is it? Have I beaten Ted yet, or is that am I still?
Yeah.
I'll probably get feedback soon enough.
Yeah. Well, there's only 2 of us. There's Fester at the top, obviously. Then us 2, so it could be. Yeah, we could be fighting for the second
Apparently
spot.
you're second, but she didn't say we're the second from the second from the top. Second, and we'll leave it at that. Living in unsurety and confusion, I think.
Right. So what's everybody been doing this week? Obviously, it's belly and the bench time.
Yeah.
For the people.
I haven't got a thing for belly and bench now.
Belly and bench time. Yeah. Belly and bench. Copyright eModels.co.uk. So let us know what you've been doing. I've actually seen Nat and Lewis today at work. They crept up on me while I was digging holes. So, yes. 2 people. I actually saw 2 people from chat.
There you go.
In real life. And
did they have like emojis and things, or were they actually?
Yeah, that's it. They had to wear little badges saying Dexterous Crafter and model making truck.
Like have little sim things over their head.
And I did send them to Roy's Ices and the Chippy Bank.
Because, the Chippy Bank, yeah.
Because they're staying at Ulverston, so I told them to.
Oh, cool.
Just ask anybody in Ulverston
Tim
where
Young
Roy's
told
Ices
me.
and the Chippy Bank is.
Sorry, Tim Young told me that I forgot to mention that James II of Scotland was killed by a lion. I didn't know. I didn't mention it because it didn't come up in my research. But...
In Scotland?
In the days when they used to have lions on the fells of Scotland and herds of roaming wildebeest.
It might have been at a zoo.
So he was killed by a lion, then trampled by elephants that were trying to get past the fight.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, strange old Scotland. Right, so what has everybody been doing with the past week? Have you been doing anything, Fox, Chris? Anything on your bench this week, or have you been just relaxing after the dental work?
I've been doing very little. I did have some more of my Terminator arrived. You might see a leg over my shoulder there. But other than that, not very much. No, I've still not really got any model making mojo as yet. So it will come.
You've had to start working, haven't you? So you're back
working. Yeah. Well, I've been back at work for a month now. Yeah.
So you're still recovering from that.
Yeah, I've been back at work for a couple of weeks now as well, and it's just like hit the ground running. They've had 10 weeks to do all this work, and they didn't do any of it. So now we've got 2 weeks to do 10 weeks work in.
And now you're doing all of it.
And I'm doing all of it. Yeah, Ted'll do that. Yeah, yeah. Who can we get to dig these holes? Ted'll do that. Who can we get to carry all that concrete? Ah, Ted'll do that.
He used to
Ted'll
build
do
submarines. He'll dig holes.
Yeah, he'll do that. Yeah, he'll do that. Just ask him. He'll be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
promise.
have done very little this week. I have. I'm getting over an infection most of the week, so that's gone now. An infection in my throat and neck, so that's gone. So I haven't had a chance to do much. I have the Falcon here with me. Oh yes. All the cockpit and everything is now done. There is an episode going up tomorrow. A bit of dust on that. There's an episode going up tomorrow, which is the final episode in the painting the cockpit stuff. The cockpit is, I can't show you because it's down there, but the cockpit is now, interior is painted completely. The figures are painted completely.
So that's it finished now, then, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much done now. But yeah, so this week, hopefully, I've got more dental work tomorrow. So hopefully I won't get any complications. And I'm hoping this week to start on painting the actual hull. So I've got down there, I've got my old throw sheet, because what I'll do is, because it's a big model, my spray booth is there, but it's not as big as the pieces of the Falcon hull. So what I'm going to do is I've got a big throw sheet that I put over my bench, over the corner of my bench here. And then I just spray here with the extraction from the spray booth, sucking all the stuff out. But I'm spraying here because that way I can film it and I can manhandle the bigness at the same time. So I'll be hopefully filming that this week. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Isn't Manhandle the Bigness the name of your autobiography?
It's the name of my alternative death metal ska punk jazz band, prog rock cover band.
Speaking about dental work, I had a little accident.
I'd rather not speak about dental work.
Yeah, but my dental work, I think I need to phone the dentist for a bit of a treatment. Well, I've got no pain or anything, but I was eating a curly whirly on Friday, and I snapped a tooth.
Yeah.
I thought, there's a bit of a lump in this curly whirly. There must be a bit of hard chocolate.
Jawbone.
It's a tooth.
Get that sorted. Well, I had one at the back taken out, and I've got the one at the top at the back being taken out tomorrow. But I just noticed today the one that's in front of the one that was taken out, there's like a little sort of gouge in the side of it, like not hole, but it's like, I don't know what's happened. Something's gone down the side of it and cut it. So I'm like, more things.
Yeah, the only week that we can't see Sarah Jane in chat, and he's just talking about dental work. So she might be right.
Yeah.
Oh, there she is. No, that's him. No.
To bring chat round to a slightly nicer topic.
Yeah, let's not talk about dental stuff.
We'll talk about food.
Yeah,
so Modelmaking Mayhem does say that his belly was a homemade chili with rice, currently in the kitchen making homemade muffins, and the bench is nothing.
Ah, right. And Paul Lyons said, belly, burger with chorizo, pancetta and parmesan and curly fries.
Where are you up to?
Yeah, that's quite a nice burger, that, isn't it? Chorizo, pancetta and parmesan, curly fries. Yeah. Bench to me, 135 Pibber, Riverboat. Dexter Nat says, after tonight's disastrous meal, the Chippy Bank is definitely on the places of food, places to visit.
Yeah, if you go
You didn't have them round for dinner, did you, Ted?
Yeah.
If you go to the Chippy Bank, you have to get scampi and chips with mayonnaise. Oh,
and you can eat in at the Chippy Bank as well, or you could.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if you can there. Somebody did ask, because I mentioned earlier on there was a moth flew past me. I don't know who it was because it's gone now, but they said Foxx now has a moth and now we all want one.
Right. I bet Foxx has already named it.
Everyone should have a moth.
Moths are all right. I usually catch moths and just let them go out the window.
Yeah, I just throw them out in a glass.
Yeah, because they're really slow moths, aren't they? They're just
they're not clever. Bizarrely, over the last few weeks, I've had occasion to catch, and it's not often to say this, to catch 2 flies and throw them out. You know, like house flies. I've been able to catch in a glass, and it's like, I don't know how I did that, unless I've got like ninja reaction speed suddenly. These are really slow flies, because normally they fly off before you get anywhere near them.
You're like one of them
I thought you were going to say you caught them with chopsticks.
Perched on a branch, just ready to strike with your eyes closed.
No, I've got it down to a routine that if it's late at night and I'm, say, watching something on the computer or doing something on the computer, typically that's the only source of light, so they land on the screen, so I can just get a glass and go and catch them. But if it's during the day, I have a gap in the curtains, so what I do is I open the gap in the curtains, and I've got some anti-insect netting, so I pull that back, and they head towards the light and go straight out the window, and I put the netting back. I've got it down to a fine art now.
How do they get in if you've got the anti-insect net?
Usually from downstairs. If we have the French
It's the bodies that it keeps in the loft.
Yeah, it's all the dead things.
Model making fish fingers says Belly homemade barbecue cheeseburger with lettuce, tomato, pickles on a sesame seed bun. Bench a big sailing ship model working on the lifeboats.
Paul Di Tommaso says several kits in progress and no idea for dinner. That's replete with no information. That statement. Thank you very much, Paul. We're overwhelmed with the detail in that comment. HG Barnes says Kobe steak and a resin heavy forklift. Oh dear.
Graham End, going back to the comment that I made about Scotland, it's not Scotland being strange. It's not strange. It's just different. It's Scotland.
Phil Lewis says Space Marines on. Sorry.
Yep. Phil Lewis doesn't say that.
Even.
Phil East
says Space Marines on the bench and nothing of note on the belly as it's weight loss time.
Phil Lewis, on the other hand, says belly tonight involved bacon, egg, bratwurst. Oh yeah, das ist richtig. Beans, fried bread, and a large buttery mushroom. On the bench, on the bench, trip to the hospital.
Well, you probably missed our discussion last week because I don't think you were in about bratwurst and Savoys and sausages. No,
I think I did because in chat I nearly typed "oi oi Savoy" in the chat, but I think I can't remember why. Oi oi Savoy. But Felice doesn't say what was on the bench. No. I'll start again. God, Phil Lewis doesn't say what's on the bench, but even though he gives us lots of food.
Well, with all that, there probably wouldn't be much room on the bench.
Yeah, that's true.
No.
BritBox Builder. Have we seen BritBox Builder before?
Yeah, it's Steve Monday.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Yes, you used to be cynical, Steve, but he's decided he's less cynical now, but he builds things with it.
It's probably because it makes it look like we're getting lots of new viewers in all the time and things like that. It's really confusing. But Belly was Mexican chicken wraps. Bench is stupid Lego nonsense.
No, logo nonsense.
That's a logo.
He's trying to start up a YouTube channel. He's realised that you have to design all your own logos and idents and pre-rolls, and he's not enjoying it. Because when you watch somebody on YouTube and they've got like the logo and the pre-roll for the video and the titles, you've got to build all that yourself, and it's not easy.
Yeah,
it doesn't come when you just sign up to YouTube.
I was saying what I did for my logo. I just paid somebody a $5 off the internet to do it, and that was it. Worked everything out from there.
What, you got a $5 off the internet?
I got $5 off the internet. Yeah,
show it to them.
Yeah. Mark 3Bs, who's probably related to BitsBox Builder. They're 3Bs as well.
I think we're calling them B cubed, by the way.
Right, yeah, B cubed. I think is the. But it's anyway. Mark B cubed. No, Mark 3Bs. It says belly beef stew bench USS Constitution.
Is that the ship or the spaceship?
Yep.
Retro Rabbit Studio says Belly Chips Ahoy. Not from the UK. Belly Chips Ahoy cookies. Bugle. I'll start again. I've just gone wrong already. Belly Chips Ahoy cookies. Bugles crisps. Kronenberg 1664 beer. I've got beer downstairs. Bench machining the running gear of a T62A for bearings so I can convert it to remote control. First model I ever properly painted was a Tamiya 135th T62A. I will make that again one day. I will make it again one day.
And that machining the bearings, that's real sort of model making type stuff in it.
Although it doesn't say what scale, if it's 135th or it's smaller.
Probably 1-to-1.
Yeah, full size. I don't think you need to make a full size tank and then make it remote controlled.
Because it sort of comes remote controlled. It's just actual control.
Is it radio control? No, it's just control. Yeah, do let us know what scale that is, Rabbit.
Oops.
Dexter's Crafter is at the hotel, but even being away, they can't miss watching us because it's us.
Yeah, I hope we got it on the big telly on the wall. Yeah,
telly.
The kids, everyone, they'll be sat on the bed watching the telly in the hotel room.
Yeah. HM Scale Modelling says same procedure as last week. Beer and the Soviet submarine Typhoon class 1/400 scale. Very nice. Cheers.
Michael Jackerman says belly mushrooms and cheese starter, ribeye steak and chips, main at the Swamp Pub morning bench. I'll start that again. It's one of them nights we're wrong. Yeah.
Although it does actually start by saying belly mushrooms because he doesn't put a colon in there.
Yeah. Can you please get your grammar right and your
punctuation? What is a belly mushroom? I don't even want to know.
Punctuation is your friend.
Belly mushrooms and cheese starter. ribeye steak and chips main at the Swan Pub, Horning. Bench F16 CJ Falcon, 132nd, now on the 8th week of build. Yeah. You did send us an email about that, Michael. Unfortunately, I didn't pick it up till too late, and we couldn't get it on because it comes on my phone and it takes a while to transfer everything across to get them on the show. Oh.
Lewis, the model making trucker, says, Belly, something in a box. I have no idea what it was meant to be. Bench is 238 miles away. Unfortunately, Nat wouldn't let me bring anything. She never lets me do anything.
It could have nipped around my house and sat. Yeah, it could have come up sat on the bench, but maybe next time.
No, Ted,
yeah, on the bench, I'm doing Ted's Titanic.
Yeah, Ted, you shouldn't say that because that means you're sacrificing gin.
Yeah.
You didn't think that one through, did you?
Yeah, you've got to lock the cabinet.
Yeah, it doesn't give you free access to the gin cupboard.
Yeah, you can only come if you bring gin.
Yeah, no, you're more than welcome then.
Yeah.
Phil Lewis clarifies, he says the bench has a failed attempt of a 1/18 scale R5 droid dome to go with the D'Agostini X-Wing.
Ah.
Whatever that
You're a
is.
little out of focus, by the way, there, Chris. Have you aged or something?
Me? I am not in focus at the moment. I don't know what's happened there.
Yeah, I think he's using that photographer trick of using a soft focus.
Let me wipe my lens.
I think he's putting the Vaseline on the lens again to make himself look young.
Yeah, that's it.
Ready for my cleanser now, Mr.
That hasn't done it at all, has it? No.
You've gone all fluffy. Elsric 9000 says, Belly, vegetable stir-fry, bench, 132 HE219, and even with big lumps of metal in it, it still is a funky tail sitter.
Right. It's always a bit of a swine.
Have I got better? I've got better. There you go. I'm back.
Yeah. You make this lovely model and you get it all finished, you sit on the bench and goes bloop.
See, that's the advantage of doing them as an in-flight model. You can just have it on a brass rod and go, nobody notices. I did actually. I remember many years ago I was looking at how to mount aircraft on brass rods, so they got the in-flight pose. And you, if you've ever done it, various ways to do it, and more often than not, you put it in the plane or go like that, because you'll be like, oh, flipping heck. And I found this one guy who used square brass rods, and he's got these beautiful brass rods that go into the belly of the aircraft, and they're perfectly aligned. And it's like, I sent him a mail saying, dude, how do you? I've watched your videos, but you don't explain how you cut the nice, neat square hole to put the brass rod in, because it's always a perfect fit. And he says, what I do is, I take a blowtorch to the tip of the brass rod, I heat it up, and then I go jam into the plastic, and it melts the hole.
Yeah, and it'll like, melt the plastic around the brass as well.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, it just makes the hole exactly the right size, and I'm like, that's so obvious. Sometimes the most cack-handed way of doing it is the best way.
Yeah, people always find easy ways. I usually struggle with something for days and days, and then somebody says, "Why didn't you do it like this?"
Yeah, there you go.
That's obvious. I should.
Yeah,
well, it's only obvious when you know.
Yeah. Eric Graham says, belly something, bench something. That's
good enough for us.
Something dark side something. Emma Jane Young says, curly whirlies from the fridge and pork scratchings are the biggest culprits of broken teeth ever.
Pork
she says, I'm here, I have to talk about dental stuff all day long.
Yes, that's where it got mixed up with Emma Jane, not Sarah Jane. That's it.
EC Idaho, belly fish sandwich, bench kit bash of Zaku 1 and Zaku 2 high mobility 1144.
Hang on, how does a fish sandwich work? Is it just a fish in a piece of bread, or is it like bits of fish, or is it fillets of fish, or is it fish paste?
I would assume it's fish in bread. It's just not going to be fish as bread.
I don't know. It's such a non-descriptive name. It's like
maybe it was cheap
I find it
fish.
Fascinating. Is it like a fillet of fish type thing?
If you get your fish cheap enough, it's not named.
Yeah, because it could be just like a fish. We need details on that one. We need to clarify that one. Where is Spitty Curator says, belly carbonara microwave meal because it's my son's turn to cook and he's physically incapable of moving from his video game thing, and I was wasting away. I had a microwave rice cheese thing because I'm lazy.
I suppose the ultimate is the microwave positioned next to the Xbox with various amounts of food on top of the microwave, so you can just go to plump, ping.
No, see, I've gone the other way. I've gone the other way because I've got an Xbox Next to which is the other Xbox.
So yeah.
Yeah, but you've got room in between them for a fridge and a microwave.
You
No.
wouldn't even need to put the game on pause, would you? You could just, you could be doing it with one hand, and you could reach over because you'd be professional, and put something in the microwave, and it ping, and you never even left the game.
Well, you know what the Welsh would say? Poppity ping.
Poppity ping.
Poppity ping.
Poppity ping, yeah.
Russell Williamson says belly hot dog with ketchup, mustard, and chili gherkins. That's pretty much 900% of the ingredients you don't get on a cinema hot dog when you just get bread and tube of meat. I hate cinema hot dogs. I'm like, can I have some tomato sauce and onions and mustard, please, and chili? That'd be nice.
Oh yeah, now we have this discussion about.
Mama Fox just shouted to stop giving him ideas, Ted, but I don't know what we're talking about because we're 40 seconds behind now.
That's the thing. Cheap hot dogs are brilliant, apart from when you go to the cinema, because the buns are always stale. And
did you hear that? Did you stop because you heard Mama Fox? She shouted microwave. Stop giving me microwave.
I get it.
Yeah. She's actually downstairs at the bottom.
Fox isn't allowed a microwave in his room.
No.
Yeah, there'll be an Amazon delivery tomorrow of a microwave. Yeah, there'll be a microwave in quarantine in the porch for next week.
Where are we up to? Graham M says belly was a magnificent chicken and ham pie. With nice veggies. Bench is preparing the Bandai ATST.
Ah, right, yeah, chicken and ham pie. Following from last week, was it between a bun?
Yep. Would you say between a bun or in a bun?
Yeah, in a bun.
Yeah.
But
I think
pies in buns.
Buns.
Andy M I've caught up with a bit in chat where it's saying that I'm out of focus, but it got better now.
Yeah.
I think chat's running away. Actually, we might have to get down a bit. Look.
Get down, shit. Andy M says bench 1350 Enterprise TOS, the original series, NCC 1701, and lighting kit belly gin.
All right. Yep. That's all you need. Just the gin.
Yep.
Yeah, and you can enjoy building whatever you like. To bench Russell Williamson, bench Revel the original series Enterprise, final detailing USS Exeter. I think that's USS Enterprise and USS Exeter are not in the same program.
USS Exeter was another Constitution class starship.
Was it? Yeah. Oh, well, I'll take back that. I'll take that back. I thought I knew.
I don't know where you guys are. I can't find that bit.
H.G. Barnes, I don't know in what context, but H.G. Barnes says half a teaspoon of curry in the mayo jar. Yum yum. I'm not sure what we've been talking about there. Anders Ericsson, clearly not on diet night, says belly barbecue, pork chops, and some pasta for lunch, cheese sandwich, and coffee now. Bench some small moments with the Panzer IV.
Right. Yeah. You do get to that stage in the build where it's just like you could build a machine gun, the sort of coax gun. Yeah, that's quite a nice little build on its own. Put all the radios together, they're nice little builds, things like that. Yeah, so there are some nice relaxing moments with it.
Emma Jane Young says belly homemade Nutella, so yummy. Bench, finish my French Marquis 135th figures for French resistance diorama. Cool. I saw the word Marquis and thought Star Trek. That's terrible.
Found you.
Modelmaking Mayhem says, oi, have a light.
Oi, have a light.
B Cube says, to be fair, it's not hard to confuse Ted. I don't know what that was in relation to, but I'm sure it's true.
It's just not hard to confuse me at all. Ian MG Thompson says belly, meatballs and rice. Bench, meh.
Bitsbox Builder B3, B cubed, B. Steve says it's actually Microdon, not Poppity Ping. We just like to wind up tourists. I read the thing on the BBC News website saying that Poppity Ping was a slang name for microwave.
They wouldn't lie,
and therefore I've now decided that is correct.
Yeah, we much prefer Poppity Ping.
So as a true Welshman, you should say Poppity Ping now, for the sake of the children.
You should. Oh look, Shane Mandeville. Hello guys, how you all doing? Shane from Canada.
Where are we up to? I've lost you now in chat.
I saw
Yeah.
I've actually lost myself as well, to be honest.
Yeah, I've scrolled down a little bit because I got lost where we're at.
I saw a message just below that where Paul de Tomaso says, "We're in Canada, Shane," but I read it as "Where is Canada, Shane?" But he doesn't say "We're in," so he was asking whereabouts you are in Canada.
Where are we actually up to? I've really got no idea.
I'm just going.
Yeah, I think chat is running away, so it's time.
Oh, I've just found Shane. There we go. Hey, Shane.
Where is Canada, Shane? Shane Mandeville says Fort Smith, MWT New
Northwest Territories.
Northwest Territories in Canadian land.
Yeah. Hang on, I've got to do it. I've not even got prepared.
Is singing "Oh Canada" copyright? Not that we can.
No, national anthems aren't copyright. I need to do it.
And you can't tell what it is when Foxx sings it, so it's okay.
Yeah. Oh Canada, I don't know all the words. I can't see the flag from there.
We have Paul de Tomaso says he's in Ontario, and Retro Rabbit Studios in Toronto. So it's definitely a Canadian show today.
Canadian, eh? There we go. No, you can't see it at all. That's rubbish.
Right,
Put it in deeper. Go on. Till you hit bone.
It's like a magic trick. How do you do it?
Oh dear. Oh, the chat's jumped now as well, but it's all gone crazy.
Somebody asked a question. HG Barnes. Somebody asked a question somewhere. HG Barnes says, bench light advice. Something with high luminosity but low heat. Any thought? Go for daylight LED lamp.
Yeah, a lot of people have been putting things like that in the chat too.
You're looking for 5.5 to 6,000 Kelvin lamps. So 5.5 6,000 K is daylight. Anything below that gives you orange. Anything above that goes to blue. So you want between 5 and 6,000 K.
Yeah, it usually shows it on a little slider bar on the packaging, so it's yellow at one end and sort of blue the other, and you need to be about just over the middle. I've got one here just in my Angle Poise. I don't know where it came from, but it's pretty good. I use that just for generally working, and then I've got to switch all the lights on in the world to do a bit of broadcasting. So
I would recommend, if you can get some, try and get flat panel lights where it's like a square flat panel. There's various different ones. You get like Angle Poise ones and stuff. Usually because often they have frosted plastic in front, so it diffuses the light and gives you a nicer working area. You can get things like the ring lights and things, but I would avoid bulbs purely because you'll have to replace the bulbs. LEDs will last you 10. This is making a load of noise on my hat. LEDs will last you 10 or 15 years before you even have to think about replacing a bulb. So you're just buying your lamp. So don't go for bulbs, go for LEDs. Always the way with LEDs.
Usually what you'll find as well is that if you have good room lighting, your desk light is just a spotlight just to work with. I've got an LED strip light here. It used to be fluorescence, so you get LED strip lights now. So,
the bench light will be more to get rid of shadows cast by the big light.
So but the other reason for LEDs is low heat. Like you say, LEDs don't give off as much heat as a bulb. I've got a number of desk lamps that are flat, square, Angle Poise ones. They cost me like 40 quid off the Amazons. And then about a year later, when I went to get some more, they no longer existed because they're one of the generic Chinese knockoff types with the same lamp with 15 different names. So I've never found them again. I've got some of my overhead lights is just strings of LEDs. You buy them in a spool. They're quite good. And I do have a ring light up there to light me when I'm doing videos, but that's a bulb and it gets really warm. So I don't recommend bulbs. Stick to LEDs.
Lamps. Bulbs grow in the ground.
Sarah Jane says, Bellies, Bakewell tarts and Malibu. Bench. We've got cheesecake in the freezer. Bench is empty plate and glass. Good girl.
Bakewell tart, but the Malibu's all right.
EC Idaho says, who said fish sandwich, says, oh, you can't type. It was a nondescript sandwich. Okay.
Yep.
Where are we at?
Looking through those.
Modelmaking Mayhem says Boppity Ping and Pingty Ponk. He's just making up his own Welsh now.
B Cubed does say it's like that Landwehr PG nonsense, Fox. We made it all up. Sorry though, Poppity Ping does mean bread house ping, so bakery ping.
Bakery ping.
Yeah, well,
it works as microwave.
That's fair enough.
Yeah. Modelmaking Mayhem says, ask me anything. You can do an AMA, by the way, folks. You can ask us anything apart from religion and politics. Don't just talk about model making. For the love of dog, talk about anything else, just to give us stuff to talk about.
Yeah,
I mean, talk about model
it
making,
doesn't
but-
need to be model making at all because we know very little about model making. The
Yeah,
rest of the guys in chat will answer your questions about model making.
Yeah.
We just rabbit on about food, nostalgia, old cars, old people,
Food.
food.
Cars. Don't forget, you have to understand that we don't make models for we don't make models. We don't make videos for eModels because we're good. We make videos for eModels because we're cheap.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
The emphasis being on cheap.
yeah, Ted's basically just bottled gin. That's him. That's a series.
Yeah.
Model Making Mayhem. I'll do the video for whatever kit I get to do it. I don't even want to know what Chris charges. Model Making Mayhem says, what's going to be your next eModels build, Fox? I do not know. I'm tempted to do a Warhammer for them, but I don't know yet. I don't know. I've got other things I need to do once I finish the Falcon for myself, because I need to do some builds that I can sell. So,
H.G. Barnes says he's from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada as well. So, yet more Canadians around.
Canadians everywhere. I need to move this further around the front so you can see it.
We have a sort of non-model making video question.
We're going to regret
Anders
this,
says,
aren't we?
question, what software do you use to edit your vids?
Ah, right.
I'm going cross-eyed here.
Yeah, I've got Pinnacle. I did start with Windows Movie Maker, which is all right. It's free, but obviously you get what you pay for, which is not a lot. But yeah, I started with that. Then I went to Pinnacle. I've still got that loaded. It's an older version of Pinnacle, the one Chris has got. And then I went. What's the one we've got? Foxx? Is it Movavi?
I used Movavi, Movavi, which is about the same cost as Pinnacle, but I like Movavi, and everybody I know who uses Pinnacle has some sort of issue with it at some point. But
Yeah.
I've never had a problem with
Yeah,
Movavi.
that's one of the reasons that I switched from Pinnacle, because I was having issues with it. It used to crash my computer in no end of times. So I worked over at Movavi, and you can sort of blend the two together. You can do some pretty good stuff on Pinnacle. It's got all the bells and whistles, and then you can transfer it over to Movavi. So,
Yeah, Pinnacle has a lot more effects and bells and whistles and stuff. The only risk, of course, is if you're editing together videos and rendering them, and then taking it to Movavi and rendering it again. I quickly learned that when I was making some pre-roll sequences, if you take a bit of footage and render it into a video, and then render that into a video, and then render that into a final video, it looks like garbage.
Yeah, it's a copy of a copy of a copy, basically, isn't it?
It's
So,
not a good look.
yeah.
I do use Pinnacle. I think I'm using 22, Pinnacle 22, which is a year or two old. But there's no need to upgrade it every year.
No.
But it has lots of bells and whistles, and I don't use very many of them at all.
Yeah.
But I like the way it works, and
Yeah.
it's one I used 20 years ago when I started editing handheld camera videos from things, just like home movies. So I sort of stuck with it when I came back into it.
Yeah, as you say, Chris, yeah, it does have quite a lot. It is powerful, but yeah, you don't use them all. So yeah, a nice little cheap Movavi editing software just to touch.
But if you are starting, if this is just, I'm assuming the question comes from people who want to know how to edit videos and stuff. If you're looking into doing YouTube and editing videos, you don't need to go out and buy Pinnacle or Movavi or After Effects right away. You want to start off with something free, just to see if you even enjoy editing videos. Because if
Absolutely,
you want, the thing you need to know about doing YouTube videos is, for a half-hour video, that's 5 days of work, which is 4 days of editing.
Yeah.
Or 3 days of filming, and sometimes the editing can be fast.
It goes straight in the video, so you try to do the editing.
Again, different people have different ways of filming things and editing things, and you'll try it, as Fox says, with the free stuff. If you don't like it, you don't like it. If you do like it, eventually it will change anyway, so just go with it.
It is fun, though, to like... I sometimes like to... because I don't know everything I know about my software, my editing software. I don't sit there and learn it all. I just kind of fiddle my way through, and it does mean that I kind of do a bit of a Heath Robinson way of doing things. So where there might be an option to put a caption over or something like that, I don't know about it. I'll go some cobbled together route to get the same effect. It involves overlays and PNG files, and it's like the old days of animation. I find it fascinating.
Yeah, that's one thing. If you do get the Pinnacle, if you decide to go down the Pinnacle route and get that, they have a YouTube channel which actually shows you how to do all the effects and things like that.
So Movavi do as well.
Oh, do they? I've
Yeah.
never looked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. It's amazing how many low-tech things you need to do, though, like when you're recording. Like, for example, if you record your audio separately to your video.
Mm.
I used to record everything on my iPhone, but now what I do is I record the video on the iPhone and I record the audio in Audacity on my PC because it's better. If you've ever watched a video where somebody goes like that at the start, or they clap the hands, it's so they can sync up the video and the audio.
Yeah, that's what clapperboards are for.
Yeah, and I figured that out in my own brain. I'm like, how am I going to make this coordinate? I know I'll just snap my fingers or clap my hands, and then I was sat there and I went, that's what a clapperboard's for.
Yeah, because you see the sort of the arrows painted on the clapperboard when they meet, you can actually that's the snap.
Well, I always feel my hands, so I start like that, and as soon as they go like, I do it frame by frame, and when they get to that, I know it's that, and I can see the peak of the sound. So I never thought about that, but then I kind of made that up on my own head to do the clapping, and then was like, I've just.
If only I had a thing that would clap. Oh wait.
I constantly reinvent things that already exist. It's amazing.
We have Model Making Mayhem with another question, which is also not model making related. It says, AMA, Ted, Foxx and Chris, what's your favourite food, hot meal? I'll have to go with burgers. I just like a burger.
Yeah, I suppose a burger, yeah, great convenience. Yeah, everybody loves a burger, a Big Mac or anything like that. But I think if I was going out for a favourite hot meal, it'd have to be an Indian meal. I don't mean
Really?
hot as in spicy. Yeah, if you mean hot as in a warmed up meal, yeah, I think I'm an Indian. Yeah, I love Indians.
Food.
Anything food related for Foxx.
Any kind of food-based solution is fine by me.
RLE82 asks, are any of you guys going to get the new Microsoft Flight Sim? I can't wait. Barrel roll on the 18th. I am looking forward to it.
Do a barrel roll.
It's going to be great fun. It looks amazing, but yeah.
No, I tried flight sims when I was doing like computer games. It wasn't very long, and all I used to get on the flight sims was pull up terrain. Yeah, and then you'd have to start again.
I've been watching. I watched a channel called Obsidian Ant, and he does a lot of Elite Dangerous stuff. And I've been watching him talking about the flight simulator. And I don't know. It's like it'd be a bit like Elite Dangerous, but hardcore because you've got all the settings, and also there's not actually anything to do other than take off and land and fly. And I have to admit, you see all the videos of it and you think, wow, that looks amazing. Look at all the streets and the houses. But when you've actually then seen someone get close up to the buildings and the land, and it's like, oh, it's not that good.
Some of it's better than others.
Yeah, I saw a close-up of a car. Like, they have cars going back and forth. I saw a close-up of a car. I watched him park. He parked at Area 51. And he moved the camera around to see his close-up of an SUV. And it was garbage. It looked just as bad as the cars in the previous flight sim from 2001.
Yeah, but I bet it looks good from 30,000 feet,
Yeah, it
though.
looks fantastic. When you get close up, you're like, oh no. But I don't know. I like the look of it, but it's far too serious, and there's no space for combat or anything for me.
And unfortunately, I'm not really a computer game or Xbox.
You are a computer game, Ted.
You're a computer. Yeah, we know you're really a computer game. Well, I've got the Game Pass Ultimate thing, so I can get it for free on the PC anyway. So I'll definitely be trying it out.
Sure.
Graham M says, I've just installed the Amazon Fire Stick on my telly here in France. You're all frighteningly large on a 55-inch screen. And then a little bit later, Ian Thompson says, let's hope they don't start pointing into the camera, just as Foxx starts pointing into the camera.
Look at the size of this.
I won't. I will, because I'll have to.
You know that you have to do it.
The size of your telly.
Children.
Yeah, pretty much. Model Maker Mayhem says, he's the only one doing the Ask Me Anything questions. Come on, folks. We want Ask Me Anything questions. Ideally silly ones.
Speedy Q.
We might be having some problems. A few people have said, who touched the button and broke the stream? I thought that was just me. Was that Ted button that got pushed? Oh dear. It was going so well. It was the internet's. Dad says buffering.
I've heard nothing from the voice downstairs, so.
No, I think it's just you lot.
Yeah.
We're all fine. I've not gotten any notes of any drop frames and things, so
Yeah.
sorry if you're having problems, but it's not us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Model Maker may begin with another AMA question. He says, favourite vehicle? Mine's easy. Series 3 Land Rover, short wheelbase.
Ooh, favourite vehicle. I think, yeah, mine would have to be, I think it's the first car you ever owned. Mine was a Mark III Cortina. Brilliant little car. It was a tank. It was a tank.
Are we talking real life or computer game again?
Real life, I think.
Because, I mean, I have had one flying lesson in a little Cessna thing, and it was great fun. So I would love a plane or a helicopter. But in real life, I don't really care about, a car is just the thing to get me around, so I don't worry too much about what it is.
Yeah, I suppose if it wasn't a car, it would have to be a boat of some description. Yeah, any.
What a shock!
And if it wasn't a boat, it'd have to be a plane.
Spinny Q says, "Am I a dyed-in-the-wool, old-school gin-flavoured gin drinker, or have I branched out into these newfangled gins?" I've tried them. Yeah, some of them are all right. Some I think are just a fad because they mix everything with gin these days, elderflower and things like that. Yeah, I've tried them, but I'm not a fan of them. I'd rather drink just a.
I'd rather gin.
I just drink gin. Yeah. But I have branched out into single malts, as some of you know.
Yeah.
I like single malt.
You branched out into whatever's in the workshop.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Model Maker Mayhem does another question. He says, okay, then, favourite fictional vehicle?
Ooh, favourite fictional vehicle.
1989 Batman Batmobile.
Oh yeah.
Only that one, not Batman Begins, Batman Returns or Batman Begins.
Or Captain Scarlet, those big things like with the rubber tie around them. What was it? Where they used to drive them backwards.
Yeah, the SPV.
The SPV, yeah.
Yeah. I've always liked the, a time machine, so the DeLorean or something as a time machine would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Ian Thompson says the car from Automan and gets 10 XP for mentioning Automan. He gets an extra 10 XP if he can remember the name of Automan's sidekick.
I was trying to remember what that was. Is it? It's not Chip, was it? That was something different.
No, it wasn't Chip.
I remember now. Yep, I got it. I'm not going to say it because I swore it for everyone else.
The name of Automan's sidekick gets 10 XP.
It does begin with a C, but yeah, it's not Chip.
Yeah. Another AMA, Model Making Fish Finger says, what do we do when we're not making models? What else do we do for fun?
Gin.
Gin.
Yeah, Russell Williamson comes in with Cursor.
Cursor, there you go. Yeah, it's called Cursor. What do you do for fun? I play video games. I used to write music and I used to do a webcomic, but I don't do any of those anymore. So I play video games.
Yeah, I try to get outdoors. I try to get out of the fields since I was ill 2 years ago now. Yeah, since I was ill, I've decided that I must get myself fit and go and enjoy this beautiful countryside that we have. So I try to get out in the fields as and when I can. It's really invigorating, enjoyable.
Remember, folks, if you're going to ask us AMA questions or any questions at all, please put them in capital letters so they stand out in the chat. Or do a super chat if you want to, but please put them in capital so we have a chance to see them. But HG Barnes asks, what was your best vacation?
I don't really do holidays and vacations. I'll quickly answer what do I do apart from modelling. I used to do ice skating and archery, but don't do them anymore. So I'm back in the games console thing with Foxx.
Why don't you do archery anymore? You were doing that last year.
Is
this just a chocolate velociraptor thing, or is it just...
No, it was before that. My shoulder isn't great anymore. It was a bit bad, and archery sort of helped a little bit, and then got worse again. And then I got distracted by other things.
It's not after the incident, is it?
It meant having to go outside, so...
Favourite vacation then, Ted, from HG Barnes?
Yeah, I think mine was when I took a month out and went to Australia.
G'day, bro.
Yeah, good old boys.
You thought my accent was bad, Australians. You haven't heard Ted's accent.
Yeah, good old boys. Hey, I took a month out and went to Australia because I decided that whilst I was lying in a hospital bed that I was going to go on holiday. So I said to the doctor, when is it all right if I go on holiday? Where would you like to go? Australia. Oh, yeah, give it 3 weeks and you can go. So, 3 weeks later I was sat on a plane.
I like the logic of you have that life-changing moment of I nearly died, and therefore I shall go to the country that's most likely to kill me. I don't see the logic of that. I need to go to this country where everything wants to kill me.
Yeah, You take a chance of flying an aircraft, flying in an aircraft to go to a country that's going to kill you, where you go to the beach and you see big signs saying
You will die.
"Shark sighted. Swim at your own risk." Yeah. So
I would say my best vacation was to Tenerife in 2002, I think, because it was the first. I'd only ever been abroad to France once, and it was the first time I went properly abroad. And also, I realised that the airline, who I think it was Britannia or something, I don't remember, used Amigas to run their in-flight entertainment, because the in-flight entertainment system had a guru meditation halfway across the Atlantic, which was fun. You're thinking, I'm flying in a plane that's run by Amigas. This isn't good. And it was the first time I went scuba diving with a bunch of crazy Dutch instructors who were probably high as a kite and really didn't tell you anything. So I nearly jumped into the Atlantic Ocean without any inflation on my vest and with like a suit with holes in it. And their actual shop was basically a giant concrete fish. So if you ever go to Tenerife and you go on the beach and there's a giant concrete fish, there's a dive school, go in there, because the guys are totally dangerous but totally awesome. They'll be like, yes, you need to inflate your life jacket or you might die. Thanks for that, as I'm leaning over the edge of the rib. Thanks. Yeah, it's the first time I ever scuba dived. I loved it. EC Idaho says, a question already asked, but model build you were most happy with when complete?
Ooh.
Mine was my Eagle Transporter. We will speak no more of this matter.
Yeah, I think mine was a Panzer IV. I really enjoyed that, and it turned out nice in the end. Yeah.
Wait, there's a trend here that these are all the models that we had to give back. It's not good. There's not a good.
Yeah, I not really. I mean, I've been happy with pretty much everything that I've built. Nothing really stands out above anything else.
One I did keep was my little desert rat figurine, resin figure. I enjoyed building that and painting it.
You have to give it back now, though, don't you? Because you just told them you still got it.
No, that's mine. That's mine. That one.
Oh right.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Paul Lyons says, favourite TV show when you were a kid?
Oh,
D'Artagnan and the Three Muskehounds. I love that series.
it's that long ago since I was a kid. It's quite hard to
Did it
think
even-
back that far.
In Ted's day, it was like, the Bayeux Tapestry or something.
Yeah, I think Coronation Street was still in black and white, with the Ida Sharples and everything. I can't think what the favourite. Well,
I used to like Knight Rider when I was a kid. That was the original. When it started, it was great.
I think I can remember Cat Weasel. That was quite good fun.
They're bringing that back, I think.
Yeah, there was reruns. I think it was on Forces TV or something on Sky. I watched it then and I thought, right, this is really bad. Why did I really enjoy this when I was a kid?
Yeah. AMA, the thing you would love to do the moat, I think he means moat, if money wasn't an option. Everything.
Yeah.
Not worry about money.
I think
I think I've been back on the whole flying thing. I'd like to, own and operate a helicopter or a plane.
I would live on a houseboat. I would love to live on a houseboat. I don't know why. I just would. I'd just buy a houseboat.
What, like a canal boat type thing? Or...
Well, I mean like a live on a big luxury yacht that never went anywhere. Basically, when I say houseboat, I mean yacht.
Ah, you don't mean canal houseboat?
No, well, I don't know actually, because I could have the houseboat to live in, and the one next door could be the one where I do all my building and spraying. But the problem with the houseboat on a canal is all the drunken yobbos walking past your house and can just fall into it, which is not cool.
Well, yeah, I think it would be just travel. Yeah, I'd have to travel. I think I'd buy not a huge motorhome, but a biggish motorhome. I'm
Mm.
going to say you could do that in a houseboat. You and Foxx could live together.
No.
No. That's a different kind of movie that you don't get on Netflix.
And if you had a helicopter landing pad on the top, I could come and visit.
Yeah.
You're not getting your chopper out in our houseboat.
And Anders has a good question. He says, "What's in store from Foxx?" Because it is that sort of time.
It is. Yes,
I've started talking about like 80s TV, so if we start down that road, we're going to be like 11 o'clock before we get there.
Yeah.
Should we do that then?
Yeah, shall we do that then? So I'll do the intro. Right, over to Ted for the intro. Hi everybody. Right, it's now time.
Welcome tonight.
It's 10 o'clock. It's time for the eModels. What's in store?
Shall we let Foxx know that this is his chance to get it ready
Yeah.
before you do that?
Apparently, you've gone up another point, Chris, but I don't know why, but you have.
I'm happy with that. I'm fine. Yeah, I'll take all the points I can get.
Right, I'm preparing my bits.
Right. Right.
Oh, hang about. I've got a button. I've got a what's in store title. Look, there you go. What's in store?
So what's up?
Was that the reason that I've gone up in a point? I missed it.
Because you like helicopters like Mama Fox does.
Okay,
I can't
yeah,
see
cool.
you guys now because I'm looking at my screen sharing.
You're screen sharing Google, yeah.
Yes, I'm screen sharing Google. Let me know when I'm ready to roll. Because I can't see you guys, so.
I'm stuck on the floor.
I heard a voice.
Yeah, I've got to disappear briefly, so I'll leave you with doing what's in store, and I'll come back momentarily.
You're going to lock it on me?
It's locked on you, so you're good to go, and I'll let you know when I return.
Okay. It's locked on. It might be locked on me now permanently.
Oh, hang about. I locked it on me by mistake. I'll turn off my camera.
Chris is not going to come back. He's just going to leave us to it.
And Chris has got all the buttons to like stop the stream and stuff. So yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Anyway, so is it me?
Yeah, it's you. It looks over to you. Looks like it's over to you because I can see your Google screen.
Okay, cool. Well, yes, I'm doing what's in store now. Remember, we are giving away a mug this week. Now, Ted, I'm depending on you to, I don't know, do something that I can't do. We're giving away a mug this week if you get the theme of the giveaways correct.
Yes, we're giving away an eModels mug.
An eModels mug.
I did that before, didn't we? An eModels mug, eModels mug, eModels mug, eModels mug.
Yeah, we haven't got a button to press because he's not here, is he? So yes, I'm doing a theme. There is a theme to all the things I'm giving away. There is a red herring as well, just to throw you off. And what we want you to do is sit there and keep quiet while I go through what's in store. Don't say anything in chat if you know what the theme is. When I come back and I've shown you all the goodies, then you need, and I say go, then you need to tell me what the theme is. And whoever gets the answer right first gets themselves an eModels mug. If you answer before I've said go, we're just going to point at you and laugh, and you'll win nothing. So don't put your answer in chat until I say go. There you go. Now, as always, we don't know how many of these things I'm going to show you are in stock. It's really boring just looking at my Google screen. We don't know how many of these things are going to be in stock. They might have one. They might have 1,000. So, if any of these things tickle your fancy, Ted,
slap it in your basket.
And don't forget,
it's not yours till you check it out.
It's almost like we've planned that, isn't it? It's amazing how you do that on time every time.
Yeah.
I have returned, by the way, so I noticed you haven't actually started yet.
Was it a spider?
Yeah, you.
No, I see Osric said it was chasing spiders. No, it wasn't. It was Ted's fault, actually.
Okay.
Ted being all up close in front of the camera shocked her so much he fell over.
It wasn't me pointing like that. You can't see that. Anyway, yes. So don't if you get what the theme is, shut up until I say go, and then say your answer, and then you might win a mug. So let's start off. Now remember, there is a red herring. So let's start off. And we're struggling this week because I don't know anything about any of these things. So this might be very quick what's in store. We're going to start off with the thing I can't see because it's behind my camera. The Academy 148th Lockheed Martin F-16C Fighting Falcon Flying Razorbacks Limited. Something. It doesn't say limited what.
It just says limited #12204. So that's it. Yeah.
You're in a different room there. Yes, so it's not bad actually. 25 quid for a 148th F-16. It's not going to be the most detailed. We're not talking like Tamiya level kit here for 25 quid. But you know what? It's going to be big.
Yeah. It looks like it's got quite a big payload on there as well. So
TK would like that because it's got 1 billion T decals.
Yeah, look at the decals. Yeah.
If you're looking for a nice big aircraft kit, but you're not quite up for the classic Tamiya 1/35, 148 scale kits, which are going to be rather huge but a bit expensive, start off with one of these. Academy do good aircraft. And this is going to be nice and big.
HG Vans says 3 versions. It may come in 3 versions of this. So yeah, we're not really aircraft sort of builders, so we're just going to bluff our way through this.
I don't know why there's a bloke in a suit in the decals, but there's probably a reason for that. I assume that's tail art. But yeah, even I know that a 1/48 scale plane, it's not going to be too complex a kit. It's going to be quite a basic kit, but for 25 quid, it's going to be fantastic because you can make it look.
Yeah, it's going to be some. Yeah, for 25 quid, it's going to be a nice week's build, things like that. So,
because think about it, if you get this kit, the only difference between this and one of the top tier ones is it's got a lot less parts, but it still looks exactly the same. So there you go. That's the the 148th Lockheed F-16C Fighting Falcon Flying Razorbacks.
yeah.
Flying pigs. I don't like the strange name to call yourself. All I can hear is my flag on my hat. Next up, we have the Edward. What is it?
Eduard.
Edward. It's the Edward 132nd something McDonnell Douglas AV-8B Harrier. Now, I have to be quite clear here. This isn't the actual model of the plane. I've told James he might just need to rename this. It's actually the interior kit, the photo etch kit. You're not buying the plane. That's why you're not buying a 1/32nd scale Harrier for 20 quid.
Nah.
Yeah, I had to double check it. It is the photo etch kit. Now, there's something to be noted about this photo etch kit. This is designed to fit perfectly with the Trumpeter 1/32nd Harrier. I don't know if it will fit with other Harriers. It might do. They're all kind of the same thing. But if you're finding your fancy tickled by this, it's very important you put it in your basket right now. Because I did a little bit of research, which is, I know, unusual for me. This specific photo etch kit that is no longer in production, and Edward no longer have stock of it.
So slap it in your basket if you want this.
I checked around on the internet because I need to make sure if it was the kit or just the photo etch set, and it is just the photo etch set. But if you've got that Trumpeter 1/32nd, or you're thinking of getting one, I think that Trumpeter kit might be out of print as well. But
It looks like there's an awful lot of photo etch there.
yeah, and it's just for the interior. So, and if I remember rightly, it's also self-adhesive. But I could be wrong on that. But yeah, so if this tickles your fancy and you have a use for this, I don't know how many of these they have in stock, but it is no longer in production. So if they've got 5 and they sell 5 and you're the 6th person, you're SOL, you won't get it. So get it in your basket, get it checked out, and then come back and order all the other things.
Yeah, Trumpeter themselves actually produce quite detailed kits. So to add some of the photo etch like this to it, something specific for the cockpit.
Well, Trumpeters do a lot of their own photo etch as well, but I'm guessing this is one of their older kits because if it's out of production, it means that one of them's no longer making the kit, either the plastic kit or the photo etch kit. So I'm guessing maybe this is early upgrades for Trumpeter kits. HG Barnes says, yes, scoop this up. No one has them. Yeah, if you've been looking for this, who knows how many left available. I've looked around some other stores and a lot of stores don't have it in, and it is out of production and discontinued. So if you've been looking for one of these, or if you think you might want it in the future, get it now. 20 quid. Because
it sounds like one of the things where it could be an investment. You could buy it from eModels, keep it for a couple of months, and then sell it on.
Sell it to eModels. No, they'll sell it. Next up, we have the Mobius. Remember, it's the third one in store. You have to buy the third one. It's the Mobius 1/32nd. I've also told James about the spelling on this one. The Battlestar Galactica Rapto. It's actually the Battlestar Galactica Raptor.
I didn't notice the Galactica was spelt wrong until just now. But yeah.
It's the BSG Raptor. It's the little sort of it's like sort of a shuttle combined with a dropship, isn't it? Really. From the rebooted BSG series, which is fantastic.
Yeah, this is the bit where I go quiet because I know nothing about it.
If you've never done a Mobius kit before, their kits are really, really nice. If you've made the Revell Colonial Viper, that is the Mobius kit. It's just reboxed and it's got Revell decals. Now, Mobius do terrible decals, I'll be honest. Mobius decals are terrible. Luckily, this one doesn't involve many decals. I don't think there's many decals on this at all. So it's not like it's got lots of stripes and markings, so you should be all right. If it's on the Colonial Viper, the stripes break and fall apart. You have to paint them yourself, but this one doesn't have that problem. So yeah, it's a very nice kit, 1/32nd scale. It should be rather good. I'm going to guess it has both the pilot figures. There's not a lot of detail on here, unfortunately, but yeah.
Something strikes me about this. It looks a bit like a bumblebee, sort of designed not to fly. But it does.
Yeah, to me, it does have a kind of Warhammer look to me because the engine's at the back. It reminds me of bits of the Valkyrie and things like that. So I quite have an affinity for this ship because I like the series anyway. But also, it's got kind of Warhammer vibe to it.
It's been a while since I've watched the show, but doesn't look quite right to me, but I'm sure it is. It must be my memory that's faulty.
Yeah, I think
But
it's because I think we remember them being a bit more goldy coloured, a bit more.
it might be the angle and everything else is just, yeah.
Yeah, it's the angle of dangle. It's always a bit wrong. So yes, the Mobius 132nd Battlestar Galactica Raptor with an R on the end, Galactica with one L. I don't know why it's 89 quid, so I'm guessing it must be a bit of a premium kit with a lot of parts, but there's no information, unfortunately. Bearing in mind the Colonial Viper's like 25, 30 quid, I'm going to guess this is a bit more of a prestige kit.
Just think how expensive it'd be if it was spelt right.
Yeah, it'd be just not worth anything if it was spelled right. The next up we have one for the younger builders. We have the Smart Foxx, that's me.
It's not. It really isn't.
They have the Me Harrier jump jet.
Oh yeah, from the Imperial War Museum. Yeah.
Yep. If you've not seen any of these kits, our good friend Dave got one of the HMS Belfast. I got it for him for Chris. I can hear a squeaking noise.
I think it's me. I was just really thinking, what's that squeaking noise? And then it happened again when I moved my chair. So,
Are you inflating balloons or something? We're going to find you stuck to the ceiling.
Yeah, sit still at the back there.
Keep it quiet, boy. Fingers on lips. Yes, it's the Harrier jump jet. This is kind of a Meccano type thing. They do a series of them. It's basically a pre-coloured metal build kit with nuts and bolts and all kinds of stuff. And they do things like there's a Spitfire, there's a Tornado, a Lancaster, there's a Sherman tank, which kind of looks like a Sherman tank, and a Jeep, and they do the HMS Belfast. And they're quite cool, they're quite good fun, and they're ideal for younger builders. Gets them into.
I just wonder, can you still get Meccano? Because I had Meccano when I was a kid, and
I don't know.
it was brilliant. I think I built a Jeep out of it, and you could get a Meccano motor. Or put a battery
all
to
kinds
it.
of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, these are like Meccano, but they're specially designed to make the thing on the box.
Yeah.
So you can see that you've got some of the fuse. I need to say hull then. Some of the fuselage parts with the markings already on it. It's got 227 parts, 2 specialist tools. Let me show you my specialist tool.
Yeah, that'll be a screwdriver and a spanner.
Yep. I've come to fix your washing machine. Let me show you my specialist tools.
Paul Lyons says you can still get Meccano.
Yeah, Meccano, it was brilliant. Brought out the engineering there.
Oh, yes. And that's why he's got a back garden full of bridges. It's high quality steel pieces coated with tough anti-oxidation finish.
So you can
Everything-
leave that side in the rain.
Yeah, exactly. And everything you need is in there. And then the kid can play with it as well. So yeah, get yourself one of them. Quite good fun. 25 quid. Keep the kids quiet for, 5 minutes before they get bored of it and go and play on the Xbox again. But I quite like the look of that. But we did get Dave. I did get Dave as a Secret Santa I got in the HMS Belfast, which he thoroughly enjoyed.
Good. I think it's not always sort of grown-ups and everybody that's into model making. You can buy these presents for your younger family members. Introduce them into model making that way.
And think of it this way as well. You can buy your son/daughter a toy plane, or you can give them a toy plane that they have to build first. It's a bit more exciting. Anyway, so that's the Harrier jump jet from Smart Foxx, or Me, as I like to call them. Next up, we have the I've forgotten what was on here now. IBG Models 135th Marmon Harrington Mark II.
Have you remembered what the theme is, though, Fox?
Probably.
Okay.
This is one of those vehicles that you know how there's like certain manufacturers like IBG and some of the other ones we do that do all the things from World War II that you've never heard of. And who knew that there's a whole range of armoured vehicles? There were 5,500 of these, of the Marmon Harrington type vehicles, various different marks, made over the course of World War II, that you've never heard of.
Yeah.
A lot of them were made for the Africa campaign, but there's tons of them. There's like, I think 5 or 6 different marks that were made. They're kind of really clunky, low cobbled together bits of Fords and bits of other things. But it's kind of adorable because it has that kind of British designed by an idiot look.
It was obviously designed by somebody with a large waxed moustache called Marmon Harrington.
Yeah, Mr. Marmon Harrington.
I reckon they just got a car and started bolting armour plating onto it.
Yeah, because I think basically what happened here is that they looked at some of the German armoured vehicles and thought, you know what, they look kick-ass. We need to get our design boys onto making them look really good in combat. And they did that, but then they took a day off when it came to the little pokey turret on the top. It just doesn't really work, does it? It's like really, it looks great up until the fact that you've had to open the doors on the front to let the air in, and also there's a little pokey turret with it.
Here we are. We've brought you your new fighting machine. It's the Marmon Harrington Mark II. Oh, yeah, thanks.
I dread to think what the Mark 1 would have looked like.
God, yeah. It's like,
HG Barnes does say that IBG make great kits, though.
yep. And this is why we've said in the past before, you can't discount some of these smaller companies, some of the smaller Chinese and Eastern European companies, purely because they are small independent companies, a lot of them. And they do tend to be like Polish and Chinese and a few from the Ukraine. Like ICM and stuff, they're getting quite big now, but ICM started off in the same way. They tend to make models of really obscure subjects, and there's so much you can dig out. Like I didn't even know these were a thing. And then when I was picking these, I read up about the Marmon Harringtons on the Wikipedias, and I'm like, I didn't even know they made like five. And it looks it's quite a good looking vehicle, like I say, apart from the dumb turret on the top. I like the lines of it. It's got a sort of it works apart from the turret.
And it's quite a nice colour scheme anyway.
I have a soft spot for the Matilda colour scheme, so it's that kind of Africa, and it's an Africa core, then, isn't it? I mean, the desert rat, desert rat kind of Matilda kind of paint style. I do like that. But yes, that's the Marmon Harrington Mark II, I say, and you know he's not an officer because he's not pointing at anything.
No, that's to be.
Yes. Next up, we have the Kitty Hawk Model 135th Sikorsky MH60L.
Yeah, the Black Hawk down.
They kind of missed the Black Hawk bit out of the name description there. I'll send a message to.
Yeah, isn't there one of these at the Air Museum near Telford?
Quite possibly.
I'm sure there is, and they're a huge thing.
Yeah. Now, keep in mind this. I mean, I'm terrified by helicopter kits, but keep in mind this is a 1/35th scale kit.
That's going to be big because they're big aircraft. Yeah, I'm sure it's at Cosford. There's one at Cosford. You can.
I did a 144 Sikorsky and was surprised by the size of it. So this is going to be huge.
I mean, look at it compared to a 1/35th Bell-Jet Ranger. Is that, or I think?
Yeah, it's another. Yeah,
normal helicopter.
Yeah. And you look at that and you see how big it is. I mean, you see how big they are in real life. And look at that photograph there, and then figure into that a typical 1/35th scale figure. Now you get an idea for how big this model is. So 104 quid for that. It's going to be incredible. I'm not personally familiar with Kitty Hawk because I'm not a big plane builder, but I have heard various good things about them. But yeah, if you're into modern military and you're building perhaps a diorama of some sort, and you've got a whole stash of ICM modern...
You can actually do this. You're going back to before about pausing your aircraft on brass rods and things like that. You can actually do it and make it look as though there's a guy abseiling out of the aircraft.
HG Barnes says this is their best kit. The external detail is wow.
Oh well, yeah. It seems like HG Barnes knows he's been commenting on the aircraft kits. So yeah, you obviously.
We can only say thank God that he's in chat tonight because we don't know anything about aircraft.
Yeah. Now over to HG Barnes where he'll talk you through what's in stock.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, it's going to be massive. It's going to have incredible detail, as HG Barnes has just said. You can't really go wrong with it. If you like your jellybopters, or if you're into modern military, and like I say, if you've got some of the ICM modern infantry figures, and you want to make yourself a nice, I don't know, Eastern European or Middle East type diorama, perhaps something like that, you're not going to go wrong.
Yeah. Ostrich says, "Imagine how many times you'll knock the rotors off that."
Did you call him Ostrich again?
Ostrich. You know what I mean.
Ostrich, you're going to have to change it to Ostrich, dude.
I don't think you'd knock the rotors off it. I think they'd more likely to damage you.
Yeah, I think as well, though, you'd also have that in an enormous case. Yeah, putting all the work in. So if you like your helicopters, if you're a bit of a helicopter nut, and you want a big kick-ass helicopter, you're not going to go wrong with that.
Zanster says he thinks the little heli is a Hughes 369.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was a Bell-Jet Ranger. It's the bad guy helicopter on every American.
It's just normal generic helicopter.
Yeah, you must. Yeah, I must admit I have seen them in video games. They always one around somewhere in there with the bad guys in it.
But I remember,
that's the one that if it's in the A-team, it can fly into the side of a cliff and the people will get out of it rubbing their heads.
Or if it's an Airwolf, it's got the weapons on the side. It's just a big square black box with flashing lights on the end to look like it's a machine firing.
Don't ruin my childhood.
Anyway, so yes. Capricorn 1 says Phil Lewis. Phil Lewis gets 10 XP, 10 experience points for actually saying Capricorn 1. Good film. Now go and watch All the President's Men. And last of all, we have the Tamiya 148. It's another big boy. 148th scale. Just let that sink in. Hankel HE219A7. Yoo-hoo. Woohoo. The Tamiya 1/48 scale. Let that sink in.
Yeah.
HE219. Didn't somebody in chat say they were making an HE219? I think. But yes, this is it's Tamiya. Tamiya make very good aircraft kits. Now, unfortunately, the blurb on here is historical and not about the kit. So yeah, which isn't really much help. But this is the Hankel HE219. I was never a big fan of these particular planes. I made a model of one of these when I was a kid, and it's like they always looked a bit gangly for me. They're a bit. I don't know. They're a bit spawny. I like my Lancasters and me Halifaxes.
Yeah, I think these are a smaller type aircraft, a bit similar to our Mosquito type, a fighter bomber type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So-
what I know about aircraft.
Yeah, I'm sure they sounded nice though.
Yeah. The thing I know about aircraft is there's big ones and there's small ones.
Yeah. But like we did with the first one, remember this is 1/48 scale and it's 35 quid. So it's going to be huge. And it's going to be,
Bang for your buck.
yeah, so it's not going to be the most complicated. Tamiya are known for making incredibly detailed and complex kits, like their massive, F-16s and things like that. But they also make more mid-range kits like this, where it's not massively overcomplicated. It's just big.
Yeah, Ostrich is building the 132nd version, Revell, a very big bird.
Yeah, but this is like the Revell kit, but obviously not pants, and it's a bit smaller. But there you go. So I'll quickly read through them again. So if you think you might have got, don't answer if you think what the theme is yet. Don't answer in chat, or we'll point and laugh at you. So I'll go through them quickly. Remember, there is the theme, and there is a red herring. So we have the slightly crashed. Oops, that's not how you land. That's not been parked very well. The Academy 148 Lockheed Martin F-16C Fighting Falcon Flying Razorbacks Limited
On its back.
edition, I think is a word missing there.
He just wants a belly scratch.
Yeah, he's like, who's a good boy?
Who's a good boy?
Oh, come on.
It's the 148 Fighting Falcon. We have the Edward McDonnell Douglas AV-8B Harrier interior cockpit kit, not Harrier.
Yeah, just the cockpit, not the
Yeah, shiny brass bits. Come on, get your shiny brass bits. We have the 132nd Battlestar Galactica Raptor. We have Raptor. We have the Harrier jump jet from Smart Fox.
Yeah.
For the kids. We have the IBG models Marmon Harrington. I say, jolly good. Get me to the gin shop. We have Kitty Hawk model Enormousness Sikorsky MH-60L Black Hawk.
I think as Mama Fox likes helicopters, that should be your next eModels build.
No, never do a helicopter. And then we have the 148 scale Tamiya Hankel HE219A7. Ooh!
They've quickly moved on that.
Yes. So, I've not said it yet. I shall stop sharing for a moment.
Go back to
If you
front.
unlock it on me, I will say, what is the theme? Go!
Oh.
I've got it on live chat, but just check yes. First one to get it right gets and mug. And Andy M is straight in with Birds of Prey. Absolutely correct.
Yay.
Birds of Prey.
Yep.
So and everybody's got it right. See how when I do it, most people get it right.
Strange that.
I know, it's weird, isn't it? So yeah, Andy M, well done. You've won yourself and mug. All you need to do is send a mail to Ted. The address is up there somewhere. ted@emodels.co.uk. Assuming Chris hasn't changed the layout.
No, it's still exactly where you're pointing.
There. Ted@emodels.
Actually, you're pointing a little bit too high.
There.
That's and towards you a bit.
There.
That's better. But down a bit. Down. That's it. Just there.
I'm doing mime now. That's unforgivable. Yes, send a mail to ted@emodels.co.uk. I want your name, your address, and your phone number, just in case the courier needs a phone number. Sometimes they do. The name, address, and phone number, and just tell us you've won the mug, and we will forward that on to eModels, who will send them. We don't send them out. We're not employed by eModels.
Yeah.
So
Because the postman won't collect anything from us. Yeah, but you have won an eModels mug.
An eModels mug.
An eModels mug.
eModels mug.
eModels mug.
There's three of us. We can do one each, and it works. Right, yeah, send an email, name, address, and phone number, and we'll pass that on to James, mate, and the team at eModels, and they get one sent out to you. So well done, whoever it was that won. Andy M, that's the one. Do I need to go through and explain?
I don't think so.
No. Did everybody get the red herring?
No.
You didn't get the red herring.
Oh, go on then, go. I can't remember them, to be honest, but yeah.
When in the chat earlier on, I did tell the guys that the red herring was a blatantly obvious red herring. Fighting falcon,
Yeah,
harrier,
yeah,
raptor,
yeah.
harrier for that one. That one's got kitty hawk, and it's also got the black hawk. You've got the hindcall. This is a confusing one. This is in there because the uhu is actually a German affectionate name for the eagle owl. It actually says the uhu, also known as eagle owl. Uhu is like a slang name for eagle owl in some European countries, including Germany.
Oh, I thought it was a case of, hey, France, what we're going to call this airport?
Oh no, what crappy glue have we used?
Yeah.
Yes, so the uhu is because it's based on the noise that it makes. So it's the eagle owl. So they're all birds of prey, apart from this, which is a red herrington.
Oh, that's...
I can't believe nobody got that.
That's
No.
anyway.
I'm incredibly proud of myself for getting a red herring that had the word herring in it in a model shop stock.
Oh,
That's the only product in the entire store that I can use ever for that joke, so I can never do that joke again. I'll stop sharing now.
I'm glad you can never do that joke again, though. That pleases me.
I might get that kit for the next eModels build because it's funky. I won't.
And paint it red.
No, I'll paint it. I'll Warhammer it on. Anyway, there you go. So well done to Andy M. Congrats.
right, we've got, as we're giving things away, we might as well do the giveaway from last week, yeah?
Yeah.
If we can find it.
You know what, Harrington?
Oh, yes, it's your turn, isn't it, Ted? You got everything.
Yeah, you get it Harrington, right? You get it with Harrington.
Right.
Yeah, we saw it. We saw it, Foxx. Yeah, as you were.
Okay, just checking because I was quite proud of that.
Yeah, but no.
Right now, Ted's doing the giveaway thing, so be prepared to just go back to the YouTube homepage and find the new stream.
Right. yeah, right. Be prepared, everybody. This may or may not work.
Stand by, beds.
Yes. If we don't give it away this week, we'll do it next week. But first of all, I'll share my screen.
Get your screens.
Share my screens.
You're not doing it yet, Ted. Ted, you're not doing it yet.
Am I not? Why not?
Because you see, it had the word herring in it, and herring is like because it's a red
Wait.
herring.
Can I mute people from here as I'm in charge?
Right.
Quite right, pleased.
Okay. Right. I found a way to share the screen, I think. So, yeah, I could share the screen.
Press your buttons, Ted.
Right. I'm pressing buttons. Right.
We don't want to see all your tabs and desktop though.
It's all right. There's nothing on there.
Have you hidden the? No, yeah,
Oh, the
okay.
accounts folder. That's where the porn is.
Oh, there's a picture of Chris. Now
Hey.
I need to copy that one there. Is that right? Yeah.
Oh, I didn't change the E. I had the same E up as last week. I'll change it.
Have you refreshed it, Ted, to get the latest comments?
Yeah, I'll do that now. I'll refresh it.
If you haven't already put a comment on last week's video, you've just missed your chance.
There we go. That's me. Right, so I've refreshed it, and I'll copy that. Copy that, and then I'll go into the live random comment picker. Now it's down here somewhere.
Oh. Ted and I haven't used this before, so we have no idea how you...
It's easy. You just put it in the thing where it says enter YouTube video URL.
Right. So I can paste that in there. Oh, look!
Yep.
Yeah, things are happening.
Unfortunately, my favourite random comment picker doesn't work anymore, so we can't get Sandra's serious beauty tips while we do this.
Right, now this may or may not work. I can get the YouTube.
No, this is okay. You click that, and then you have to go down a bit more.
So 27 people really want this model kit, and the rest of you didn't.
There we go. It's on the left there.
Well, that one, start raffle and pick random winner.
Yes.
Is that one? Right, should I start this now? Should I press this to see what happens?
Well, should we do a countdown?
It does a little animation-y thing anyway, so...
All right. Oh, yeah, okay. Right, let's press the button, folks.
Good luck, everybody.
Good
Good
luck.
luck, everyone.
All them names flashing past, and the winner is Angus Allott. Yeah, Angus. Don't eat the albatross. Was his comment.
The albatross. No.
Don't eat the albatross. Says Angus Allott. Well done. If you're watching tonight, or if you're watching later on, do send us an email to ted@emodels.co.uk, and we'll get the prize sent out to you. Tell us that you've won the albatross, and yeah, we'll get that.
The albatross kit, not an actual albatross, just to be clear.
Yeah. Right, I'll stop sharing my screen.
If you give me a second, I'll get a picture up of what we actually won.
Here's what you could have won.
If you give me a moment, don't look it on me or anything, because
We won't lock it on you, but you're the only one talking, so it's locked on you anyway.
Yay. You guys carry on.
Even-
I'll just...
Even though you're not talking, I'll lock it on me for a minute, because otherwise he gets all nervous and he thinks people are watching him when people are actually watching him. But yeah.
Nobody ever watches me. Why would they want to watch me? It's nonsense. I've got to find. Like, I'm just trying to find.
You started talking again, so it's locked on you again, isn't it?
Oh.
I think it's that flag through your head. It's making your brain
Like in my
leak.
head. What are you talking about? I'm clearly talking nonsense.
Model Making Mayhem says, I never win anything. Phil Lewis says, Albatross. People are saying, congratulations, well done.
Yep.
Yep.
All.
So, yeah.
Right, give me a second. Right there, sharing screen. And... Am I sharing screen? No, I'm not sharing screen, am I?
You're not sure. Well, you're showing you.
There we go.
Albatross.
That's an albatross.
Albatross. Yes, it's the 172nd Albatross D3. That's what this is one. So, Angus, ted@emodels.co.uk. Want your name, your address, and your phone number in case the courier needs it.
Yeah, and I'm unsure if that tail art is actually a decal or it needs painting, but good luck with that.
Good luck with that one. Moving on. Yeah, so send us an email. We'll forward it on to the James mate and the gang at eModels, and they'll get that sent out to you. Well,
H.G. Barnes said with his knowledge of flying things, he can buy photo etch turnbuckles for that.
I like the word turnbuckle. I've got no idea what it means, but it sounds very naval.
Turnbuckle.
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 And Graham says, I'll ask the obvious, does the albatross come with wafers? I think that's a Monty Python reference. Albatross!
Right, so that's everything given away. Yeah, we give away lots.
Angus Allers is in chat and he says, cheers at eModels.
Oh, well done.
Yeah.
We'll give you an enormous... For those watching on enormous TVs, we'll give it 2 thumbs up.
They're thumbs sideways, really, technically.
No, that means, I don't know.
Anyway, it's come to that time again. Now we've given everything away. We can go and have a lie down. I can have a large gin because we're not allowed to, we don't drink on the eModels live stream. We're doing all the other streams, but not the eModels one.
Well, we don't drink visibly. We have other means to imbibe the alcohol.
I just wait till somebody's sharing a screen and they can't see me. Well, there's only a little picture in the corner.
We often celebrate the invention of the reverse catheter. Let's just leave it at that.
Well, I just realised that if I put up the What's in Store graphic, it covers over the pictures mostly. So if you tell me if you need to and someone else is talking, then I can always push that button and it will mask over mostly what you're doing in the background.
So we have to have code words and things like that. We need to decide on code words at the start of the show when we need a drink.
Yeah, subtle code words like, I need a gin.
Yeah.
The safe word is based.
Yeah. The eagle is in the outhouse.
The squirrels fly low over the Kremlin.
Oh right.
Oh, it's night time now, isn't it?
Well, as it's time and the squirrel is in the outhouse.
I'll just say at some point somebody will learn not to tell us they've got a big TV because I'm just going to do this every time.
Right. I think they're getting fed up with us now because they're all going to watch the snooker.
That's really boring. That's not a good report, is it? Yeah, I'm not saying you're boring, but I turned over to watch the snooker. It could be worse. They could have turned over to watch Crown Green bowling. That would be bad. So.
Oh no, I used to play Crown Green bowling. It was
My
great.
dad used to film it as a cameraman. He said it was the most tedious thing he ever had to do.
Yeah, now that's one of the most dangerous sports going because there's more people died during Crown Green bowling than any other sport.
Well, is that because they're all like 306?
Yeah, usually, yeah.
He used to go and film the Bass Masters bowling, but they had a different name for it at Granada. They swapped some of the letters around. Let's just put it that I won't say it loud on telly, but Bass Masters, you get where I'm going with that one.
Right, well, I'm off to because the squirrel is in the outhouse, and I think I'll go watch some Crown Green bowling.
Oh dear Lord.
But until next week, folks, thanks very much for joining in. And if Colin is watching or he catches us on the catch up, get well soon, and we'll hope to see you soon. But for now, we'll say good night to you all. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you all next week, same time, same place, same bat channel.
Adios.
Good night, everyone. Good night.
Oh, Canada.
Bye, everybody.
I still don't know the words.
Put the gin.
I'll just make it up.